Yeah. So, normally wouldn't do this video. I'm coming to you from the road, long trip. As you guys know, I've done road trip videos before, and especially when we were all going through the COVID 1984 nightmare. And one of the things that obviously made me upset was that everything was closed. Everything was closed. So I just want to talk about how America has completely fallen apart and still not recovered. And Dennys is the prime example of this. Now, I've been on the road like 10 hours, guys. Okay, 10 hours. All I want is a country fried steak. I got to admit, even when I was going down to Virginia, okay, and I was going to spend Christmas with my girlfriend, there were a couple times on the road I was thinking, boy, I want a country fried steak. I held off. It's a long trip. I kept up on the road. Now, I have now stopped at 2 consecutive Dennys. 2. Both of which, on the highway, it says open 24 hours. Nope. Nope. And this Denny's behind me has a drive-through that's not open. That's supposed to be 24 hours as well. The drive-thru's not open. The dining room opens at 6 a.m. It's the only reason I'm sitting here doing this video, because I'm going to give it a 15, 20-minute rant. I'm so upset right now. Folks, let's talk about it. Service is over with in this country. It's done. It's done. Okay? Another example. I've stopped 3 times. 3 times. I drive a Ford Fiesta. I get an amazing amount of gas mileage because I'm that kind of guy. And the last time I stopped was to get a coffee. Okay, not even gas up. Get a coffee. So I go to get my coffee, and I pour my coffee, and then I take my coffee lid and try to put it on my coffee, and I can't do that either. You know why? Because it doesn't fit. So then I look at the woman at the counter and I say, hey, do any of the tops fit the coffees? Nope. Oh, we're sorry about that. They haven't sent us the new tops. Okay. Okay. That's fine. So then I say to her, do you have any of like the metal cups that you can buy, or like, how a lot of gas stations or stores will have the, the cup club or whatever, and you buy a cup, it's like $5 and you can use that one, right? I figure, hey, I spend like $4-5 on coffee when I go to a Starbucks anyway. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Oh, it's a first world problem. But this is supposed to be the freaking first world. We're supposed to be America. America's done. It's over, folks. It's so donezo. I can't believe how upset I'm getting about this, but I can't help it. So I go to the cups. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's not first world anymore. You ain't kidding. So I go to the cups. The cups aren't $4.99 or $6.99 or even $9.99. You know how much the cups are? They are between $17.99 and $19.99. And I'm like, I can't spend $20 on a gas station coffee. I will not let myself do that. So, okay. Then we go to the Dennys before this. It's connected to a Flying J's. If everybody out there has traveled, basically the 2 gas stations that you can count on, especially in the Midwest or while you're traveling, are Flying J's and Pilots. There's a third one, Love's. Okay? So this one is connected to the Flying J's, and the Dennys is closed. And I'm like, whatever, okay, the Dennys is closed. I'll just get a coffee, and I'll hit the road again, and I'll stop at the next damn Dennys. No coffee at the Flying J's. 5 different machines, all out of order. All you can get is Cappuccino. That's it. That's it. And by the way, I see a lot of people talking about how eggs are outrageous. They are. no joke, at Aldi's, not 2-3 years ago, you could get eggs, not a joke, between 49 and 69 cents a dozen. A dozen. Where I was out in Virginia in Stafford, a dozen eggs is between $5 and $6 now. Between $5 and $6. And I try not to eat fat. Not like Dennys is prime time, guys, but I don't want to stop at a damn McDonald's or a Taco Bell or even a White Castle as I go through Ohio. Okay? It's nuts. It's absolutely insane. I just wanted to take a break off the highway, eat my steak, get back on the road because I got another 4 to 5 hours to drive. I have driven over 600 plus miles since last night. And by the way, don't worry, if you're watching this, this is not a substitute for Reality Rants and Red Voice Media. We got a 2-hour program coming up that's a really good one where I get into the deaths of Pope Benedict, Barbara Walters. We talk about the Raelian cult. We also get into George Soros and others. I don't think I talk about Soros enough, but the reason that came up is because I was talking about Pope Benedict and being a Nazi youth and Kiss Sander. Look it up. And by the way, they censor the shit out of that via Google. You can't look up Kiss Sander and George Soros on Google. Nothing comes up. Fact checks come up. Okay? Period. You go to DuckDuckGo, you'll find what I'm talking about. Okay? And we do it live on the program. The last part of that program, I also have Steve Poikonen come on, and we talk a bit about Assange, but he does almost a whole other hour with me where we go on from there and talk about a ton of stuff. For those that don't know, Steve does Slow News Day. He also does AM Wake Up, and he's got a brand new once a week relationship type podcast that has nothing to do with geopolitics and is kind of like a rant and rave here. But it's over, folks. America's donezo. This should prove it to you. Like, when I saw it, first of all, you know what? Maybe I should start my car and drive through the new drive-through at Wendys, which is absurd. It's absurd. Dennys already had the pickup thing, and in many cases, you could have a pickup window. Who gets drive-through Wendys? It's supposed to be a sit-down restaurant. They are getting ready to automate you the truck out. Period. That's it. They don't want you on the roads in your trucks to deliver. They don't want you anywhere but your home in fear. All right, these 15-minute cities are not a new idea. They were postulated many, many years ago by globalist eugenicists on behalf of a, predator class agenda. And because I've reported on Neom, okay, constantly seeing it in my feed. Big year. You can invest in your own slavery, by the way, if you'd like. You can invest in Neom. This farcical, dystopian, not utopian society that they're going to build in a glass case with maglev trains with equitable views. Yo, F your equity, F your sustainability, and F this agenda to crush what was left of this country. When you can't travel the country, and by the way, I could have probably stopped at a Waffle House. As much as I dog on Waffle House, we played you the clip, I believe last week in the Waffle House brawl. They're open. They're open 24 hours. I didn't want a bunch of carbs and sugar. Okay? I want a little meat and eggs. That's all. Just a little bit of meat and eggs. And here's the thing. I'm going to walk out there, okay? Let me see what time it is right now. I'm going to walk out there in about 6 minutes when I'm done with this broadcast. I'm going to be sitting out of the thing. Let's see if they come and let me in. Or they decide, we're not really going to open at 6 a.m. It just says it on our door. Our drive-thru is not really open 24 hours, even though it says 24 hours all the way around this thing. Guys, it's been foggy the last 3-4 hours. To get here, I just drove over like a median type thing I couldn't even see. And I'm not exhausted, okay? I'm obviously not impaired. No drinky, no smoky. This is what Jason's drinking. Gold Peak iced tea with lemonade mixed in it. Waffle House is ghetto, but at least they're open. At least they're open. They've crushed society. It's over the top. So, again, in like 5 minutes, I'm going to go in there. I am going to try to enjoy myself. I pray to God, because I'm the first customer, that my food is fresh and delicious. And I come back tomorrow morning for a live reality rant with Jason Bermas. And I tell you how worth it was to sit here in a parking lot and do a live stream about the death of America in 2023. Happy New Year, by the way, everybody. I hate to be so negative. I really do. Can we get 100 thumbs up? By the way, we got 124 people watching. Yes, yesterday was New Year's Day. Correct. We're here. It's over. So I also want to let people know that if you are a Rockfin person, if you're a Rockfin Premium subscriber, there's a bunch of Making Sense of the Madness videos. I've been substitute hosting over there. Really blessed, really lucky to do that. I'm actually going to be hosting Making Sense of the Madness tomorrow on January 3rd. Excited about that as well. Very excited about it. And, I'll say this on that. I don't book the guests. They book the guests. There's a lot of people on there that I would disagree with. I talk about, for instance, the Brunson case and 107. You can go watch that. And look, spoiler alert, guys, the Brunson case is going nowhere. It's going nowhere. All these people that are out there, praying to God and believing in miracles. Look, I think the Brunson, and for those that don't know what the Brunson case is, it's basically a case that may or may not be heard by the Supreme Court involving the election 2020 and Donald Trump and challenging that. But for instance, when we get to like hopium, and there's 2 women right there, so we're going to be leaving soon because we want to eat in 3 minutes, okay? When we talked to 107, he discussed not only the Supreme Court hearing this case January 6th. Spoiler alert, they're not going to they're not going to hear it then, okay? It's not going to go further in January 6th. But then you got another date for the hopiates out there that'll get pushed forward. Guys, no one's coming to save us. Dennys isn't even open. Okay? Dennys isn't even open. And when I talked to 107, if you did go check it out over at Rockfin, and go check it out, it's a good conversation. I was totally unaware of the entire case, but I got to tell you, while I was listening to the whole thing, all I thought was hopium, 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 hopium. And now I've seen the Brunson brothers, and I may have them on my show, etc., okay, to talk about it. But there's about a 1 in 10,000 chance that it goes forward and the Supreme Court hears the case. All right? That's a 1 in 10,000 chance they hear it. Okay, that 1 in 10,000. There is a 0% chance that they rule in favor of the people. And 07, whoever he is, because obviously that's not his real name, he doesn't want to show his real face and whatever, that's neither here nor there, is saying not only are they going to hear the case, but then they're going to find in favor, and then what's going to happen? They're going to get rid of all these congressmen and senators that were elected during 2020? No way! 0 chance of that happening either. So, look, you caught me on a hot one. I want to thank the Bermas Brigade for joining me on this, pre-reality rants show. We will be live 8 a.m. Live 8 a.m. today. We got a jam-packed show. You're not going to want to miss it. If you are a Rockfin subscriber, There are a bunch of these Making Sense of the Madness. They're about an hour long. They have 4 commercial breaks. I think you get like 5 or 6 minutes of commercials. And I've got about 4 or 5 other ones to put up. And I want to thank American Media Periscope for having me come in and substitute host for Sean Morgan. Thank you. I really do appreciate it, because I'm not trying to preach to the choir. I'm trying to reach as many people as possible. Guys, you know the deal. Thumbs it up. Subscribe, share. Hope I have a delicious chicken fried steak and eggs. I'm hoping for that. You're hoping for that. We're all hoping for that. But if you want to support me, you know the drill. The links are down below. You can join redvoicemedia.com/Jason for $1 for the first week. It's $10 a month, or $100 for the year. Rockfin has increased their price. It's $14.99 a month now, and it's $150 for the year. Just warning everybody. Okay, that it's appreciated if you subscribe over there, or the straight donations via buying me a coffee. You know, I got 11 coffees from somebody that told me that I needed to take more time off and calm down. I'm not taking more time off. You're going to see me in and out every week. I don't take weeks off. I'm putting out 8 to 12 hours of content every single week, and I will continue to do so, because someone's got to do it. Occult Priestess, thank you so much for your support over the last several years. You rock, and I'm going to go try to get in. We'll see. We'll see if the doors are locked. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the flip side.